So Disney have revealed Kylo Ren's unseen lightsaber in his latest comic. Of course, it's nothing official like a movie. Basically, it's in between episodes 7 and 8, I believe. He not only he gets a bunch of Jedi sabers, but he bleeds them on the go.
Love getting him naked.
They love getting him naked. They love making him do weird shit, like he just bleeds them and fractures them because he has to be fractious. So that's the top saber, top left, with the green that he bleeds to red. But I actually just wanted to get your thoughts on the actual physical handle or the hilt. Sorry,
but it's supposed to be interesting. I thought it was the Ben Solo hilt.
So this is a Jedi. He's fighting Dark Troopers from memory, and he somehow comes across a slew of Jedi hilts, and he grabs one and then bleeds it quickly.
I despise the bleeding crystal thing.
I hate the bleed. I don't like the mysticism. I want a dude to put a crystal in a saber hilt and be like, oh, this crystal's rare. Plus 6 to slashing. I don't know.
The dumb shit that they added where you can hear a bled lightsaber, like it screams through the force. And so now you've added a plot point of why couldn't everyone hear Sidious's bled crystals? And you have to come up with why didn't Anakin just bleed his crystal on Mustafar? Why wasn't he able to do this? And you have to come up with this weird, well, he wasn't ready to fully accept it, so he struggled of bleeding his crystal. Get the hell out of here.
No. So dumb.
Look at the middle pane. That's a green crystal upward arc of a sweep of the blade, and it's turned red by the time we swept it upwards. He didn't even meditate like they put in the rules. He now can just bleed them on will.
Yeah, which I'm not saying that the technique of violently bonding or forcing some sort of force thing on your crystal couldn't be there and there. Obviously, the OGs used to infuse their weapons with the force, and so it's there.
Yeah,
but I don't like the way they've enacted it.
But it used to be synthetic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What was it? Synthetic crystals were more powerful than regular crystals, right?
What? And then it was the Jedi. The Jedi owned all of the planets in Ilum that had natural crystal growth, so the Sith were forced to make synthetic crystals.
Yeah.
So you get into kind of like the plot points of in Shadows of the Empire, where Luke is using a furnace to make his crystal. So it's but wouldn't it be red instead of green? But yeah. I think they canonize that. He got the material that he was just purifying it or something to make it. Yeah.
Yeah. I know Maul did that. And the whole idea of not meditating, because Sith don't, but pouring dark side energy into their crystal while it's in the fire. I think it's cool.
And I think Sith can meditate. It's just they can't, if you're doing Jedi shit, right? You're trying to remove everything, but Sith are just focusing on their anger and it's the same thing but different.
I would say they concentrate.
Concentration. Yeah. Well, Vader in his chamber, right? Concentrate on all his hate and anger to be able to breathe without
what was the actual meaning of meditation again? It was it's why it doesn't make sense for Sith to do it.
Well, I think homeboy Whitwer, or when he did his audition for Starkiller, and it opens with him meditating, trying to put his lightsaber there, and he kept forcing it. They're why are you doing that? He's because he's a Sith. He doesn't. He wasn't a Sith, but he's an acolyte. He doesn't know how to do Jedi meditation. He's trying to force it. He's trying to brute force it.
Okay, so meditate is a Latin term meditatum, meaning to ponder, think, contemplate, or reflect, which also comes from the verb meditare. So that makes sense. I mean, Sith don't really reflect, do they? More so just get angry or sad.
Unless you're reflecting on all your bad memories to fuel your...
Okay, maybe.
Yeah,
I guess they could meditate, really, but
it's just it's not the type of meditation we would think. It's increasing.
It's not
their...
No,
it's
yeah. You know what I love is in the Old Republic when you had to heal as a Jedi, you'd sit down and meditate, or they'd hold hands and whatever. But the Sith would stalk like Maul. You remember Maul at the reactor scene when he's just stalking back and forth, and Qui-Gon's sitting. I think that's the perfect representation of the two.
Goes like that, but either way, they're very active.
They're pissed.
Yes. If you want to get upset, go to the X.
And interesting how it took Vader a long time to bleed his crystal red, but Kylo Ren can do it mid-battle.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah. Vader had to take it to Mustafar, to a Dark Force Nexus cave. He failed once. He got slammed back into the cave wall, because the crystal rejected his ass. And then he tried again, and then finally it bled.
They use it as a plot device. Like it's in the same thing with Jedi Survivor, where you like Dagan Gera, like he immediately bleeds his crystal, and like it's cool because
same with stupid OSHA.
Cal like can feel the change in the dark side. Like, wait, what are you doing? Like, it's a good moment, but it's just that it's just to suit the writer at the you know. Well, they're all different.
Yeah.
Well, that brings up a point that we're circling around. When I look at this, I look at the Kylo Ren arc. It's pretty evident who the target audience is. Who do you
must work out?
You guessing? Well, Badger. How come Badger
California
doesn't how come he doesn't get covered by the comments? You lucky bastard! Remember, like all the weeks I was looking over them.
What do you mean?
You know how the comments?
Oh, my seat is higher.
Oh, it's because I had it on this setting. Oh wait,
she has the high ground.
No, fuck.
No, don't do it.
It's over, Anakin.
No.
I have the top comment.
Hold on. Bizarre. There we go. It's because it was that.
You poor bastard.
I don't like it.
No.
Versus
it's the money maker. You can't obscure it. It's a weird thing, but do you think that because Star Wars is trying a broad appeal and this Kylo Ren with his naughtiness and the romance and stuff feels like this is made for the female gaze? I could be wrong, but I don't think this appeals to the bros.
Female gaze?
Yeah.
Gaze as in like vision?
Yeah.
Yeah, not the gay gaze. The look.
You led with I feel like this is made for female gaze.
Well, they were definitely making for the male gaze.
Listen,
for a while,
bro, I was asleep. Let me
Okay, let me explain. I saw that there's a new Book Talk thing, and I know that Book Talk is heavily led by females, and the ladies are really into a book at the moment, and it's about milking cowmen, and by
Minotaur.
milking,
how did I know you were going to bring that up? Minotaur milking.
Well, okay. So I don't care. No judgment on their bestiality, kinks, whatever. That is weird. It is out there, but God bless.
Don't
you
judge.
Do you? It's
don't
in a book.
shame.
Don't bring it to the real life. All right.
All I'm saying is Wookiee milking farm. All right.
Now I know what. Well, now I know what they want to be trapped with a bear in the forest. The weirdos.
I've been relying that you can milk anything with nipples, and
it's not nipple. It's clear that what their power fantasy is much different to men's. Like, let's say 50 Shades of Grey. It seems to be like a girl who's just kind of a schlub. She's attractive, but she's not seen by the people around her. And some sexy billionaire, powerful person, just a powerful person, sees them for who they are. Has he just
going off
tipped out?
Camera for this one? Yeah, you keep talking about milking.
Okay. Whereas male power fantasy seems to be about growth. Like Luke Skywalker starts from nothing and he has to build himself up. So it's funny that Star Wars is there's a dimorphism of like they're trying to appeal to different audiences, but there's not been any type of PR or marketing or any type of the audience isn't told that. But clearly it rips the audience apart a little bit because like
this would be fine if there was a commensurate amount of booba. There's no balance in the force of
I'm just saying it's interesting that they're trying to what they're trying to do and who they're trying to appeal to, but a core dark side user like Kylo Ren, who is ostensibly the most badass Disney character, has zero appeal to the bros now.
Bro, he's so milked dark side. He's Diet Coke of dark side.
But he has a lot of potential, and it's funny that it's kind of like where MMOs go long enough and then they kind of get a harder female audience. Like it's like they're going, all right, the bros are done. Let's put all their chips in the romance of Kylo. Am I wrong?
Theory hasn't had enough caffeine. I've probably had too much, and I'm still trying to decide what you're saying about all this. They know the Reylos exist.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
it's just weird. They didn't tell anybody. So George Lucas said, "I'm going to fucking make Star Wars for 12-year-old boys." Like, obviously, everybody started to love it, and that was easier as a core audience. That we're called neckbeards and losers when we were kids. But then, because Disney wanted the whole kit and caboodle, they wanted a new audience. They haven't kind of let the audience know that we're going so broad. So there's some things that just don't appeal to me, you know what I mean? But they don't tell females like, hey, this is a Reylo book. They kind of just know the comics are for them now. Does that make sense?
Theory, does that make sense?
I'm a little lost.
So am I.
I'm a little
I've gone too far.
I'm a little
I haven't had
confused.
enough
I don't know
coffee.
where this went.
Are you saying they haven't informed the female audience that they still make Fix Me Daddy Raylo books? That like Kylo Ren is still a bad boy?
It's not about that. It's more like Disney took over and they decided they wanted to sell double the toys, so they needed the female audience. But by doing so inherently, because we have different power fantasies, it's hard to please all of the audiences. Like that book doesn't appeal to me, but a Sith book probably 12, 15 years ago would. And I'm like, but they don't tell the audience that. They don't let you know. No?
I don't think I'm on this one. I'm a little confused.
You don't have to be.
It might be because I'm sleepy, but so are you saying that this Kylo Ren comic is more so for women?
I think so. That's what I'm saying. I don't have any attachment to it. I'm like looking at him. I'm looking at him in his undies and he's swinging his saber and it doesn't. And I'm like, there's a lot of shit with Kylo lately that I'm like, he had a really toxic relationship with a girl, which I know they love in the romance novels. And I'm like, I think this is actually for female gays. Like this isn't for me, and not lesbians, like actual females who like the bad boy. Like I think that's what they're using Kylo as a vehicle for now. That's my take. I don't know.
I would disagree with that. I don't think that this comic is for females because he's, in his undies. I mean, to say that is kind of like saying, anything in the 90s or 80s, our action heroes is like, for females. Which, I mean, potentially, maybe. No. I'm
not going that broad. Okay.
Good-looking guys, but
would you say the Acolyte?
I wouldn't say that.
Would you say the Acolyte was written with men in mind or women in the power?
Mirror when he undresses to show all his scars to her.
Women, for sure. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That they write different media for different genders. Just innately.
They're definitely baiting.
I agree with that. I don't think this comic is.
The last one, it was a really toxic, weird, like a woman was getting in his face, being like, hook up with me, daddy. And he was like, F off. And I was like, this is not, something's weird's happening.